Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger. So I was talking to a guy a couple of days ago. He was actually was it a week ago? Yeah, I forget, but never. I think it was a week ago. I think it was like last Monday, and he was telling me about Tesla, or excuse me, SpaceX stock. Yes, if I invest, I said yes. And he was like, "Oh man, it's great. I just bought in, and now it's at like $300 a share, and by the end of 3 months, it's guaranteed to be worth 500." He was. I'm like, that's nothing like that is ever guaranteed. And furthermore, I really doubt that it was at $300 when he said that. In fact, it wasn't. When I looked it up, it was at 295. Now it did reach, or excuse me, it was at 165. Now it did reach 295, and then it's been downhill from here. In fact, I think that right now it's lower than its original IPO opening. So, um, but anyway, things reach plateaus. They reach plateaus. They reach a point of they reach the peak of the mountain, and then they collapse. And even though the stock will likely, unless there's some type of scandal, never be at zero, it's still never going to reach that plateau again. Hit the like button. Same thing for certain women. If you look at Amber Rose and you say, what is it you do? And the thing that she do isn't doing what she brings to the universe was substantial beauty. And that's it. As far as I know, she wasn't an actress or a singer or any type of entertainer prior to that. She just started to date celebrities because of her looks, and she got attention for dating celebrities as a result of her looks. And then everything else came after that. Men lusting after attractive women is part of the patriarchy, which means that you are a primary beneficiary of the patriarchy. No one benefits more from a patriarchy than an attractive woman. No one ever benefits more from a patriarchy than an attractive woman. So, what does she do after the patriarchy has given her everything? She starts slut walking and attempting to take down the very patriarchy that gave her everything. And now she realized, something, maybe this is a good thing. So I'm going to continue to advocate for patriarchy so I can get the benefits of it that I once got and didn't appreciate. And that's where we're at now. So now she's 42 and she's dating dudes who are the inverse of her age, meaning that they're 24, 42, 24. Yeah, she's dating dudes who are that age, and she's still, even though she's not walking anymore, she's not doing that slut walking anymore, she still has this anti patriarchal energy. So we're gonna get into that. But before I just like pollute my brain with such hypocrisy, I'm going to visit the lovely Shay Sade. I don't like the way she spelled her name. I think her name should be something else that I can't read, but it should. Here, let me show you what I mean. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't blame Shay Sade. I do blame her parents and her ancestors with the last name. But you see, look at this. Really? It has a Z in it. And then look at this. What's that thing there? What's that up top the E? What's that up top the E? Why does she dot her E's? You see, it's stuff like that. Once again, don't blame her. Blame her parents and ancestors. All right. So let's see what she has to say today. Oh, how come I can't? Oh, here we go. I haven't seen this yet. Okay, look at Shay here and look at this woman here. Look at it. Okay.
Quick question. Who's going to tell these people that black men have...
Okay. I don't know what she means by tell these people. They know. They know. You see, black women says this whole black men don't like black women thing as a ploy to get more attention from black men. Okay, black men, you gotta understand this. It only works on black men who are foolish enough to fall for it, or desperate, or horny enough to fall for it. Everything, every lie that black women tell, and it's a lot of them, is to get hollered at more. I'm going to repeat this. Every single lie that black women tell you is to get hollered at more. Black men don't like black women. Do you? Because, why don't you come over here and holler at me? Now, you would think that a group of people who are desperate to be hollered at would actually, like return the energy, but no. But no. Their greatest thrill in life is to shoot as many brothers down. And they'll say stuff like, black men don't like black women. And you, boo-boo fool, you come up and say, oh, yes, we do. Would you like to go out? No, not with them shoes. Boy, bye. Yes. That is the great. And they like, ooh, I could take my wig off and go on vacation for a week. And then a week later, they crying the same thing again. It's 108 men or 108 women to every man in Atlanta. You're like, oh well, then, hey, I'm a heterosexual man in Atlanta. You want to go out? No. All right. Anyway,
black women. Like, I don't know where y'all are hearing that they don't. They do. There's a lot of people with black. I love black men, and I have a black man. Okay, and my black man.
Okay, so let's be really clear. So the ones that she's talking about are black femcells. They're black femcells.
Nope. It's voluntary. Well, I guess fem isn't involuntary. They're just female celibates. So yeah, you're right. They are femcells. As the word wasn't intended to mean, but as Shay Sade, as the word should mean, it is that. They are celibate. Why? Because you know how a decent woman would get satisfaction from sucking a penis? A femcell gets satisfaction from rejecting, keeping them celibate and in a perpetual state of loneliness that's only soothed by the interests of men, the passing interests of men.
And I think we have to start to make a bit of a distinction because, you know, like in line, you know, they'll make the distinction of like incels, white incels, black incels, whatever. Like they'll make a clear distinction of this is a particular group or category of men that exist in the overall male population that is not reflective of all men. It's just what they're going through. And so the language of incels is very specific. The behaviors associated with incels is also very specific. The experience of incels is very specific. The challenge is in the female population, and specifically among Black women, there hasn't really been a distinction made between Black women and Black femme cells. It seems to a certain extent that the ones that have the least amount of relationship success and the most amount of self-hatred tend to be the loudest. And I don't know if that's because they just need to talk louder. I don't know if it's because their content just tends to be promoted more because, like I said, there's a huge market for Black toxicity. I'm not sure. But everything she is talking about is associated exclusively with Black incels. Black women who don't have issues being in relationships with men or Black men are not going online constantly complaining about them because they're actually in relationships living their lives. So, and you know, it's kind of like they say the hit dog hollers. So,
Well, somebody said some girls are just completely not attractive. Guys don't look at them. Well, okay. Even those do qualify for SC XXX, and by that I mean sex. Even those women qualify for that. It's the fact of the matter is that they find themselves in a position of good enough to bed, not good enough to wed. And many women, attractive or otherwise, find themselves in that position, which causes a particular type of misery that they go online to spread. And that's what Shay Sharday is talking about.
the ones who are hurting who are the loudest and who are speaking the loudest, but that's not necessarily reflective of everybody in the room.
Loves me, but we not gonna get on that top. But Black men love Black women. Now there's some who don't, okay? But I genuinely think many Black men really love their women. I do, unless they get traumatized or something happens, or maybe they just want to go on the other side. I don't know. But Black men really do like Black women. Like
meanwhile, as we're debating this, y'all have to remember the Black population is increasing worldwide. Now I know in America it's a little more different. It's a little different, and there's reasons for that. You know, there's issues with dating. We're not taking into consideration Black infant mortality rates. We're not taking into consideration, you know, the amount of preterm birth and also abortion. We don't want to talk about abortion. Yeah, that's another conversation for another day. But there's quite a few Black babies that have been aborted, unfortunately. But I'm just saying that because even in the midst of all of that, the Black population globally is increasing, while at the same time, the West, European white populations are not. And I'm not saying this necessarily as a comparison, as much as the only reason I'm mentioning that is because for all of this, you know, tension and all of this, Black men and Black women taking along, whatever. I'm like, well, somebody somewhere is having a lot of babies because last I checked, by 2050.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not an African. I'm a person of African descent. So that doesn't really, Shay, that really doesn't like help me. It's kind of like if you go to a trailer park and you find a guy that lives underneath the trailer because he's renting the under part of a trailer. You find this white guy who's like beneath a trailer park or beneath a trailer. And then you tell him that white people are still doing well economically. They control most of the nation's wealth. You tell him all that. That really doesn't matter because that's not him. That's not him or his. Like, yeah, well, you know, the Black community in America is a sinking ship, but the good news is doing well. That doesn't help at all, Shay.
about 1 in 4 people were expected to be of African descent. That's a pretty significant amount of Black folks. So, like I said, there are Black people somewhere, Black men and Black women getting around and having Black babies. So even if Black men and Black women don't get along in your circle of the world and your circle of the internet and another circle of the internet, they're getting along quite fine. They're doing okay.
Why are people thinking that they don't? That's scary. Just like YT men like their women too. Black men love their women. When their women walking down the street, that's the first thing most of them are looking at is
thirst.
Listen,
That's not love.
I have talked about this before. Like
That's thirst. That's not love. Black men are thirsty as I don't know what, and that's because they haven't had a drink.
she's right. She's right. Black men love Black women. Also, you also know this because when you think about the women that Black men complain about, it's Black women. And why are Black men complaining about Black women? Because that's who they grew up with. That's who they date. That's who they sleep with. It's Black women.
It's because we want them to do better. Like we see the potential and we see it as wasted potential. That's why.
So it's like this is so obvious. This is not debatable. The only one who debates this are Blacks themselves. We just got to call it what it is. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be disparaging as much as I am trying to actually articulate what is going on and who's the one out here who's having issues. Like I said.
Somebody said, bless her heart. Here, I'm going to read this. Bless her heart, the glass is always half full with Shay. I can't knock it. No, Shay is like the glass is always half full because it's communion, and she only drinks half of the grape juice. she's just like perfect wife type woman, and then like perfect mom, and then perfect grandma type person to infinity. See, Shay is who you want all Black women to be. It's who you want your daughter to be. It's who you want your wife to be. It's who you want your mother to be. And it's who you want your grandmother to be. It's actually, for whatever strange reason, it's who you want your niece to be. Shay is what you want Black women to be. In fact, every criticism that Black men have about Black women really comes down to you're not Shay. Now, Shay isn't alone in this category. There's the Angela Bassett, and then there's the persona, at least, of Felicia Rashad. Maybe you can even throw Megan Good into the mix. In fact, I'm going to throw Megan Good into the mix. There is a certain type of universally appealing woman, personality-wise, but these women also look better than regular women too. I don't know what's the cause and effect of that. I don't know if they have a pleasant disposition because they're more attractive than average, or they're more attractive than average because they have a pleasant disposition, meaning that they have this pleasant disposition and they understand that looking your best makes others happy, and that's pretty much what they like doing, so they do that. I don't know, chicken or egg type thing. Nevertheless, they are all around better human beings. And here's what I mean by better human beings. All men are created equal. No, we're not talking about men here. We're talking about a whole different species. Some species are better than others, like Kryptonians, at least here on Earth, or Viltrumites, at least here on, well, Viltrumites everywhere. Viltrumites are stronger, faster, and all the good stuff. They're better than regular humans. Same with Kryptonians, same with Saiyans. They're better. And then there are some that are just smarter, like Vulcans and stuff like that, who are also stronger. They're better. As far as black women go, Shay Sade is better. Now, when black men like myself make their complaints, critiques, and observations, what it really comes down to is we want you to be better. And by better, we mean Shay Sade and the other aforementioned people. That's what better means. Now, to be respectful, I'm going to take Shay Sade out of the box that I just put her in temporarily. And I'm going to say what would be even better is if they all were freaks in the bed as well. Once again, I'm taking, well, actually, I got to take them all out the box. They all married because they're better. Never mind. All right, just ignore the box.
So we can make sure to distinguish black women and black femsos, aka black women who are involuntary female celibates, aka haven't had a good time or haven't had luck in the relationship department and maybe need a little bit of help. And there's nothing wrong with needing help. This is not a judgment. It's just more of a understanding where people are coming from.
Another black woman. They're not really like when they are walking, their eye catched to a black woman if they are a black man most of the time. Now, like I said, there are some people who like to venture out, and that's okay. But whoever is telling people that black men don't like black women,
it's black women telling us that, and they're lying. They're lying.
It's a scam, and you're being scammed. Just like
I'm glad that she called it that. She could get it too. She's better. I'm glad that she called it that. Yes, it's a scam. They are scamming you. They're scamming you out of your attention.
Just like my nail falling off, you're being scammed. Like, yeah, genuinely. Like, that's weird. They're out here liking their own kind.
She's sitting there like, oh yeah. So like I said, it's not really debatable when you just look at the math, when you look at the trends, and then when you just step outside of the internet. And like I said, whoever somebody is complaining about the most is who they care about the most. So the only way we would know that black men didn't care about black women is if they just stopped talking about them. If black men just collectively stopped talking about black women and they took a collective stance of apathy, then that's when we would have to really ask ourselves what's going on. If they just were silent and walked away completely, then it'd be a problem. But the very fact that even black
well, I think that Shay Sade don't really understand how black men are a little bit different in that regard, because we don't do anything silently. Black people in general, we're not silent people. I was on Razor Race talking about that yesterday. We're not silent people. We got to announce and say everything. Kind of like white dudes have been traveling, to other countries for love, lust, or whatever, for dating, mating, and relating. They've been doing that for a long time. In fact, this country was founded by white dudes that decided to do that. But they never just like mass advertised. Black men, the moment they discovered foreign vagina, they like, oh, dude, you gotta come to Sasua. You gotta come to Sasua. You gotta come to this spot right here. You gotta go to Babies. You gotta come here. Like, calm down. And then next thing you know, they close up the shop. We can't do anything silently.
On the internet who are frustrated, even in what y'all may call the incel space, the women that they're talking about the most is the women that they're attracted to. Men aren't going online necessarily talking so much about women that they don't care about or are not attracted to in some level. It's the women that they are attracted to, that they care about. That's the one that they're constantly on their mind, right? Like, it just is what it is. Like I said, we got to make a distinction between the black femicels and black women. They have different experiences.
Y'all hear this? See, y'all don't think Shay Sade can be mean. Somebody says something like that. Like, bless her heart, she's so sweet. Yeah. but that's because Shay Sade and me, we got wrinkle brains, and we understand stuff because we got that extra wrinkle. She be throwing shots. She be throwing shots at people, but most people don't hear it because their brain too smooth. Let me show you what I mean. See, we got the Bay Area wrinkle brain. Let me show you what I mean.
Black femme cells and black women.
She's basically saying that black stem cells are not women, meaning that you're not a woman until you put my penis in them. That's what she's saying. You see that? You see that wrinkle brain? See that extra wrinkle, that extra Bay Area wrinkle. And there it is. There it is.
have different experiences. They have different realities. They have different narratives. And some of the happiest, most content women in relationships are not online because they're actually living their lives. Or if they're like busy moms, they ain't got time to be online, unless it's like me, you're doing it to have fun and make money or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't have a job outside of this, so this is what I get to do for fun. But like I said, outside of that, if you're somebody, you have your own.
Of course you don't have a job outside this. You're a pick me. Work is for lesser women. You think Danica Marie has a job outside of her husband? Work is for lesser women. Now, we want your willingness and ability to do so if times get rough. And I'm pretty sure both you and Danica are going to step up in that regard. But nah. Y'all do what y'all want to do, as long as your husband signs off on it. And that is the beauty of being you. And we're going to talk about that when it comes to Amber Rose. Somebody said the Cali internet must be trash. I think it's just my house. I think it's I think something is going on with the wiring. Because I use cable, and the guy came and said there's a lot of noise. Because one day it just shut off completely. The guy said there's a lot of noise, and I don't know what that means. But y'all try to get the cable company to do anything that they don't immediately have to. So you call it, and they'll test it like, well, the internet's working. Like, listen, I know it's working. It works on everything well, but this. So they don't see the urgency to send, a plumber crack dude out here to go out back and find whatever is causing the noise on the line. So what I'm gonna do, and I actually talked to him, but I think dude was lying. I'm gonna looking at AT&T. I'm gonna look into wireless internet because I don't have to worry about the noise with that. So we'll see. We'll see. But no, it's not Cali. It's just my house.
Job outside of this or whatever, like you.
Oh, and when he came, he was all in the neighbor stuff. He was all in the neighbor's yard, doing stuff because it's so messed up that it was like we was like connected on their stuff. I don't know, whoever did the internet when they this place, I don't know what happened.
You're happily living your life when you're not doing that, then you are having fun. And because you're having fun, you don't need to go online and complain to other people to try to find emotional validation because you're just enjoying your life. So that's what I have about this whole thing, y'all. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this whole topic of conversation of black men don't like black women or black men do love black women? I know there's many of you guys in my comment section who do love black women. Y'all may be annoyed. Y'all may be on some SYSBM cake. Y'all may be grabbing your passports. You may be.
They're not serious. Like, I mean, the passport dudes are because they have an alternative. But yeah.
Whatever. But if you had your choice, many of y'all, if you had your first choice, you would love to be with a beautiful black woman that you could get along with. But that's my thoughts. So y'all let me know down in the comment section your thoughts.
All
And
right,
be sure to follow me on Substack if you have not already, and channel membership. And
we'll
thank you
do
so
stuff
much for
like that.
listening. If you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.
Okay. I gotta point this out because somebody said switch providers. No, for like ground cable, for like regular cable, Comcast and stuff have the monopoly on it. Like Xfinity has a monopoly on that here. You don't just switch. I thought the whole world was like that, to be honest, until just now. I didn't know that like places had more than one ground cable provider. No, if I switch, I have to go like wireless. That's what I say AT&T. So I was thinking about Shay Sade earlier today, and it's not the perverse stuff that goes through your mind. So I was in a grocery store and walked past a bakery section, and they had some s'mores flavored cupcakes, mini cupcakes. And the first thing that came to my head was like, I bet you Shay Sade know how to bake that. Because my aunt is like Shay Sade. And so are my cousins, her daughters. And they know how to bake stuff that regular people like myself, men, never heard of. But they always have like recipes for it. I never heard of s'mores cupcakes. In fact, I just heard of like blueberry and chocolate cupcakes. Muffins. No, cupcakes. The s'mores was I don't know the difference, to be honest. I think the difference is frosting. But the thing is that pick me women got a bunch of recipes. Pick me women got a bunch of recipes, and the good kind, because non-pick me women got a bunch of like witch spells and stuff, and they just like get around a pot and stir up stuff and shrink black men's penises. That's what they do. But women like this, they actually have recipes. And I'm pretty sure if I was to just randomly ask Shay Sade, like, do you know how to make s'mores cupcakes? She'd say, yes, I do. Somebody said somebody's running bootleg cable from your house. Well, no, I mean, if they are, no, people don't do that anymore. Let's start. People don't do that anymore. Now, could that be what happened, like back in the day when people did that, and that's why because this place is older than that. So, could that be the case? Then yeah, somebody bootleg something like back in the '90s, and now it's all messed up. But I know that when they fixed it, because it wasn't running at all, they fixed it just enough. It was like, it's still noise. I was like, well, if it's still noise, then do something about it. So, but no, thanks for reminding me. Cause y'all constantly whining and complaining. All right, the cable, the lagging. It's like, all right, dang, I got other stuff. I don't think about this when I'm not doing it. And because the internet works fine for regular stuff, which is like 95% of the stuff I use the internet for, because the internet works for regular stuff, I'm not thinking about that. That's like a problem. That's a problem. So with my ex, she used to hit me, and this is how y'all sound sometimes. Like the guest bathroom. It's the what do you want to call it? So the bathroom next to my room is the one I go to all the time, and so we have that, and then I have the house bathroom, and apparently the light switch went out in it, and I didn't know, and when she told me, I didn't even know like how long it's been gone, but I really didn't care because I use my regular bathroom. She don't use the bedroom. She didn't use the bedroom bathroom because Quite frankly, she didn't want to smell my shit. So it was a happy arrangement until the light went out and I had to pay for that. It cost a little bit, but it wasn't terrible. But the point is that I don't like to. I don't. There's certain things happen. I don't like to think about it. But I'm gonna do it for y'all. GC paying for somebody else's free cable internet. I do not care. You know, it's I do not care. Why would I care? Listen, this is a funny story. So, um, back in the day, I was in the hood and semi hood, and I'm driving away to work one day, and I seen this chick, and she had buy teeth. And guess what she was doing? Now, this wasn't a hood per se, but this is a place where it had hood people in it. Guess what she was doing? Stealing my goddamn water. She was stealing my goddamn water. She would run up, go to the water hose in front of the house, and and take some water. Now I lived in one of those blocks where all the houses look the same, like same architecture. You know those neighborhoods where they all just use the same design, which means that they all had a water spigot in front. But for whatever reason, she came to mind, and I seen her do it a couple times. And then one day, when I wasn't working, I looked at her out the window, and I was thinking to myself, "Damn, she looks kind of nice. She can get it. She can get that penis, and the body." So I'm like, "Oh, okay. That's something I didn't expect." Maybe she was homeless, and like that's her water for the day. Um, she had a car, by the way. So I'm like, okay, this is getting stranger, but not the end of the universe. So hold on. Oh crap. Okay. So one day I opened the door while she was there. I was like, hey, if you just tell me if you want some water or something like that. If she just got real nervous and shaky and stuff like that, and then she was like, okay, okay, and then she just ran away and never came back. I don't mind if somebody takes something that don't cost me anything. Water is paid for by the HOA. So by the housing association that you pay that, and they have like the security guards at the gate, and they have like you get access to the swimming pool, and they have lawn people. Like you pay like a flat additional fee. I'm not gonna say how much it is, and they take care of all that extra stuff, including water. Um, so I don't really mind. It's not costing me anything. Um, but I guess there's people out there that just don't want you taking free stuff. That's weird to me. But no, I don't mind if somebody is piggybacking off my cable and something like that. Even though they don't do that anymore. But if they did, I wouldn't care. All right, so get it, got it. All right, let's move on to the topic of the day. Yeah, that's nasty. I don't know why the people that do the YouTube algorithm think that I want to see like these nasty pimple pops. Okay, so I seen. Of course, it's an hour and something long. I seen some of it, and I'm gonna start like at the 9.5 minute mark, and I'll just give you like a brief history of what was going on before that. So before that, they were talking about how she dated a guy who was like 24 years old. He's an Irish dude. He's a soccer player, and that's pretty much it. They just went on one date, and for whatever reason, they decided to talk about that one date for like 19 and a half or 9.5 minutes. It's like it's not that serious, but they want to make it serious because I don't know. I'm gonna say trying to get that homeless box. Homeless box is the same as um like box in a house. What am I supposed to be ashamed of that? Like, oh, she's home. I don't give a damn. I do not give a damn. I used to be homeless. I do not give a damn about that. I'm telling you, this space is amazing, and people in it are weird because to me, if a woman is attractive, then she gets penis. But for whatever reason, guys find every other thing to not give her penis, and then say, and then give it to the ugly broads. This is a weird place. This is a weird place. I remember some dude on Bernard's years back. He's like, "Oh man, I can't believe that you smash stupid girls." What the hell? Do you think I IQ test bras before I give them my penis? No, they pass the eye exam, meaning that they are pleasing to my eye. What in the? I don't know what's up with you. I do not know what's up with this space. Maybe I'm just different. An attractive homeless woman is nothing to be trifled with. What? What? Okay. She had to. I think we made a lot of mistakes. I don't care. I do not care. As long as those mistakes don't like involve her teeth in my penis, I do not care. What? Why do you? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Anyway, we'll go. All right, 9.5 minutes. All right, he looks like Buster Rhymes. Let's go.
Well, I think and I do see those clips. Yeah. So I was like, let me come up on here. Exactly. And he titles his opinion. Yes. I think that to each his own. I think everyone has a different opinion about that, and that's valid. You know. Yeah. So everyone could feel how they want to feel.
Yeah. Exactly. So what's the age range?
Okay,
though?
go back to that. The age range.
So right now it's 24 to what?
Okay, here we go. Now y'all talking shit. Lane got standards. We black. We ain't got no standards. Yes, I do. They're physical standards. They're physical standards because SEXXX is a physical thing. So of course you're going to have physical standards. It's like when you hire somebody for a job, and if it's a physical job and they meet the physical requirements, you know how they say like got to be able to lift 30 pounds regularly, then they qualify for the job. It really don't matter like whatever they got going on outside of there. If you need somebody to lift 30 pounds and they can lift it, then they hire them.
I wouldn't even say it's 24. It's like, I can't say it. It has to just be the person. You know, ideally, I wouldn't want to be with a 21-year-old either.
Yeah.
But I would say ideally 35 to like 45, which makes my dating pool very small. But I'm actually not mad at the 24, 25-year-olds.
Nothing over 50? They just out of it. So guys, y'all watching over 50, it's over.
What if it's
No.
the right
Well, it's
one?
not over because she said her preferred range is 35 to 45. And but the last dude that she dated was apparently 24. Now, what she is saying with that is that she don't really prefer this guy, and she's comfortable saying that in a forum that he can hear, because Irish people speak English, so he understands what's going on. She's basically saying, like, listen, man, I don't prefer you. You are not in my range of preference, which shows how little respect she has. Either they had, because they only been on like on one date, either they had the single date and it didn't go well, or she's still dating him and she just don't have any respect.
If it's the right one, it's the right one. Yeah.
You know?
I'm sure you get some older 50-year-old mature guys that's established.
No, they
that-
never talk to me, Paul.
Really?
They never ever talk to me.
Wow.
They just don't. So
Translation: they do talk to me, but I want them to talk to me more. Once again, every lie a black woman tells is to get men to holler at her more. They never talk to me because what 50-year-old man wants this? Don't want. Yeah. Yeah, right. Whether he was born in the 50s or in his 50s, he is still talking to you. And by the way, if you want to like have an idea of the type of women 50-year-old men talk to, just think about Ms. Brown Sugar, Obsidian's lady friend.
I wouldn't say that like I wouldn't. It would be nice. It would be nice if an older guy tried to talk to me because I feel like with older men, I could be the baby. I could act like
that's what I like.
You know, but they just don't talk to me. It's so weird. Like they don't.
It feels good.
Yeah. There's a lot of lies being told here. This Chickasaw County. There's a lot of lies being told here. I'm Calvin Candy. There's a lot of lies being told here.
When you're the baby, though, too. I've only experienced that like one time, and it just feels good when you could be like,
yeah, baby.
Okay, daddy.
Yeah.
Like that is good.
That's not hard to do. It's not difficult for you to call a man daddy.
Yeah. That feels amazing.
Oh, crap. I thought that was part of her pants. Like this plant here, I seen like the flowers and stuff, and it kind of like meshed with the pants. I thought that was part of her pants.
But I can get both sides of it, you know what I mean? And I heard that the younger men be just becoming like, yeah, what's up? Da, 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 I'll do this, I'll do that.
Well, you got to think about it, right? So for somebody like me that men are very scared to talk to.
Ah. Okay.
If a 24-year-old does come up to me and I haven't talked to nobody in 6 months and he's fine and
now I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to listen. I want you to use your ears and listen to her words. Because she said if I haven't talked to anybody in 6 months. She didn't say if somebody haven't talked to me, meaning that men have been talking, she just haven't been talking back. But she still wants them to continue to talk, so she's going to go up and say, "Oh no, y'all intimidated. I don't get talked to. I didn't want this 24-year-old guy, but he was the only person to talk to me in 6 months." I'm telling you, every lie that they tell is to get hollered at more.
Masculine and giving me that energy, it's like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
So
I gotta try something. Like, it's
Yeah.
just giving me energy, you know. But again, if an older man tried to talk to me, as long as it's not giving old man, because I'm 42, I feel like I'm 18. I feel like I'm young.
Yeah.
I go to the gym every day.
No, you don't. No, you don't. There isn't enough gym time in the world to make you feel like you're 18 as a person. And I'm speaking from the point of view of someone in their 40s. What's actually happened was you became so damn old that you forgot what 18 feels like. That's what actually happened. Not to say that you can't be a healthy person in your 40s. Not to say that at all. But there is an extraordinary difference, which is why Apollo Creed got God. He was like, "I'm in the best shape of my life." He was like, "I feel like I can eat nails." It's like, yeah, I don't doubt that you in shape. I don't doubt any of that. But 40 is not the new 20. 20 is the new 20. And it's the old 20, and it will be 20 in the future.
I work out. I run around with my kids. I still go out. I saw y'all
Well, did you do that at 18? No, because you're 40 now.
out.
Yeah.
You know, at the day party. Like, I still feel young. So
Yeah.
if somebody is older, they still have to have that youthful energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say, like, 42 is really.
I'm gonna say, isn't she around my age? Yes, she is. That's how I know. That's how I know what I'm talking about. I know that it's listen. It's like, yeah, I work out every day. Yes, I work out too. But guess not every day. But guess what? It's because I have to. When I was 18, I didn't have to. I actually have to. Listen, when I was 18, I'll never forget somebody said, "Why are you mixing healthy food with unhealthy food?" Every morning, I would go to the Mexican truck. I don't even know if they were Mexican. I call it that because a lot of Mexicans sell like burritos and stuff outside of those trucks. If you're from Cali or you're from a place that do that, you know what I'm talking about. I think everywhere do it. I think they just got the monopoly on that. But anyway, every day I would go to one of these places and I would get 2 donuts and a banana. And nothing would change as far as my physique went. Nothing at all. That was my breakfast. You think I do that crap now? No, because I'm not 18. I feel 18. Shut the hell up. Just the fact that you have to do it. Just the fact that I have to do it. I have to do it. I mean, when I'm talking about working out, because I'm not 18. And at 18, I didn't have to do it. If I did do it, it would be because I'm involved in something that requires it, like an athletic activity of some sort, which I wasn't. So I didn't have to just maintain a pleasing physique. Now I do.
Not old like
It's not.
that.
I don't
Like,
yeah.
Paul might say that. Me personally, I feel like it's really not giving that old. I just
Yeah.
don't think you look amazing. You seem youthful. Like, I don't think that that's that old. You know.
I mean, it's not old.
But he
Technically,
calls
it's
me an
not.
older lady. I'm 35. So now
It is old. See, he's trying to. I'm gonna like negate what he's saying because he's trying to like appease the guest, which I would do if she was a guest on my show, because I would want to continue to have big ticket guests. So I'm not going to down the brother, but he can't be raw as I can, being a chess piece with no real life consequences.
it's not old. Okay.
It's not old. It's not an old age for men. It's just how society views it. You know what I'm saying? Like how they say,
No, no, shut up. It's not society. It's not how society is viewing it. It's the practical way to view it. Like she went out on a date with a 24-year-old. You know what that 24-year-old dude wants. And it's not somebody to grow old with because you're going to grow old a lot faster than he does. A lot faster than he does. And he don't even live in America. So it's not that he is talking to you for one reason and one reason alone. Listen, what 42 means is that your window to start a life with somebody has closed. Your window to start a life with somebody has closed. He wants to, as he should, want to start a life with somebody. And you can't provide him that. And no matter how you feel, it's them damn eggs. I'm sure he has no kids and you got a couple already. And you're not going to have any more. So, yeah.
35, 36-year-old, where 80-year-old woman ain't getting with no 35-year-old man.
Well, he
You know
has
what
to
I'm
have money.
saying?
That's the only reason why they would get with him. An 85-year-old man ain't getting a young woman if he's broke.
It's definitely rare. It's definitely rare. But I
Yeah,
mean,
Okay, why did he bring up 85? All right.
but
you know, people do it.
That's just
Yeah.
how our society is. It makes y'all turns from grapes to raisins fast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
crazy.
no, that was
Right?
just, I mean,
Isn't that wild? This is what I have to deal with,
it's like
Amber.
that's not me. This is the society. How men,
It's personal preferences.
yeah. I
Because
mean,
my
yeah.
preference would be being a woman, would be being with a woman. I would not want a young little girl. Because I know what I was like when I was young. And I know what
I was retarded.
Yeah.
I was
and that's why
retarded
they
5
want
years
it.
ago.
Yeah, that's why.
And you're not retarded now? Okay. So this is them advertising old box. I know what I was like as a young woman. Oh, really? I thought you feel the same. Didn't you just say you feel like you're a young, you feel like you're 18? Didn't y'all just get finished saying that? Like, oh, I feel like so really, nothing should change, right? Psychologically, physically, like nothing should change because you feel the same way. You're of the same mentality that you were at 18. So you admit that you're not. And basically, what they're trying to say is that, them young girls is on some ish, but we older women, let me explain something to y'all. Let me explain to y'all. Older women mentality is worse. See, what they're trying to sell you happens with age is maturity and a greater sense and ability to compromise. That's not the case. That's not the case. They do not gain a greater maturity or a greater sense of compromising, as you're going to see as this video progresses. What they do gain, and Amber Rose definitely is included by this, is baggage. It's baggage. It's baggage. It's baggage. They have baggage. It's like MIA. When you go to Miami International Airport, and which is probably it's the busiest airport I've ever been to because of its proximity to South America and stuff. But there's a lot of baggage there. They have tons and tons of baggage. Now, let's not forget that Black women start off with a baseline level of baggage that is higher than any other group of women's baggage. I'm going to repeat that because y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to hear this. Let me put the microphone closer. Y'all need to hear this. Black women begin with a baseline level of baggage greater than all other women. Now you're asking, GameChanger, why is that? Is it because they had an unhealthy upbringing? Yes, but the only reason that they had an unhealthy upbringing is because they was raised by a woman with a bunch of baggage. But even the Black women with healthy upbringing, unless you got Shay Sade wrinkles and stuff, have a lot of baggage. And you want to know why they have a lot of baggage? If you want to know that, you got to hit the like button. I'm going to wait a bit. I want to see that like button getting hit. I want to see that hype button getting hit. I don't know what that is, but I want it. And then I'm going to explain to you, where does the baggage come from? All right. Let me go here. Press this button. Explain to you where the baggage comes from. My channel.
Can't believe I was going to pay $20,000 for a new roof. I'm glad.
Commercial. All right. All right. The baggage comes from the sisterhood. The sisterhood is just a baggage exchange program. They make women who are not victims feel like victims. They are taking in the baggage of all other women, even some jungle chick in the middle of the jungles. They are taking in her baggage. Even some give us free women who's chained to a slave ship from centuries ago. They are collecting baggage. They got old baggage. They got new baggage. They got foreign baggage. They got domestic baggage. They got all this baggage. You ever hear a woman with natural hair complain that men are interested in women with real hair? Because I did. In fact, I'm going to cover it. Not today, but I'm going to cover it. It was a chick who's light-skinned talking about colorism. Like colorism, men prefer light-skinned women like me. They want a women like why do you have baggage that's not even your damn baggage? They got all the baggage. They just absorb each other's baggage. Black women never say to another black woman, that's a you problem. No, they just absorb her baggage, meaning that, people get baggage from like childhood trauma and stuff like that. They get baggage just by being a black woman. They choose to absorb everybody else's baggage. So they start out with a baseline level of baggage because slavery happened. And that's just on them. And then as they get older, they develop more. So older women are worse in every way a man values women.
They like it because
Yeah.
you're so dumb that you're willing
Yeah.
to take everything. You'll be like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll deal with that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
oh, you got this? Yeah, cool, whatever. Like, you don't give a damn. And you're not pressed to like want anything. You just are like, cool, all
Just
right.
living your best life.
Living
Yeah.
best life. You buy me a few gifts. We having sex. We go to dinner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool. You know,
True.
so it's just, I get it. But, you know, it is what it is.
Do you have kids?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
What's up with the what's up with the everyday guy?
Not yet, bitch. You're a 35. You are 35 with no sense of urgency. But I feel 18. Yeah, tell that to your damn eggs. All right.
Any have you ever like is there when the last time you dated just like just somebody that just was like not in the limelight? Is it possible for them guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They got a chance.
Of course. Yeah, I don't.
She's
The
lying.
only reason I dated celebrities for the most part is because they were just within the realm of where I was.
Right.
100%.
That wasn't like
You dated them because
being
you could.
sought out or looking for
Exactly.
them. You
You
know, it's kind
dated
of like it would
celebrity
be in
because
like
you could.
situations like this, and then I meet him, and I'm just here, and then we start
Yeah.
dating, and
Yeah.
it just happens that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course.
So you talked about being in a relationship with like a narcissistic
Holy
man
crap.
before publicly, right?
Oh yes, girl.
And I want to get into that because Paul always is like, once a woman breaks up with a man, he's a narcissist and he's this and he's that, right?
Okay. Black women use the word narcissist the way Smurfs use Smurf. They use it for every smirking thing. Black women are the smurfiest Smurfs that ever smurfed. That ever smurfed. Ever. Narcissism. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that word is thrown around a lot, but it's a real fucking thing. And if you experienced it, you've experienced it. And it's worse than physical abuse, in my opinion.
It is.
It's mental abuse, and it fucks you up in a way that I can't even explain.
It changes your brain chemistry.
Thank you, because I've been there.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
Yeah. I think there's just classic traits that now we could just see they very clearly, where we know a man is not just being narcissistic, like he likes looking in the mirror and like, oh, my cut, I look fresh, that's narcissistic qualities. When you actually have NP.
So now getting a haircut and is narcissism. Okay, so I guess by your logic, you should just be going out with like these fucking tribal bush looking dudes, right? Because he's not narcissist. I mean, really, you should be the one smashing homeless dudes. Like, I mean, man, that's weird. Like, so I like it when I get a new cut. And then I'm like, oh, ain't nobody do best me. I'm just so fresh and clean. No, you're a narcissist. You should be focused on my hair or my scalp where head would be, where hair would be. Like you should be on that.
PD, you're essentially abusing people mentally, emotionally, spiritually, like it's a deeper level. Like I'd rather get punched in my mouth.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been in a physically abusive relationship and I've been in a mentally abusive, and I'd rather get my ass beat
Straight up.
than do that, because it fucks with your mind in a way where you forget who you are.
That's a fact.
Like,
what type of things? What are the characteristics?
I was gonna ask you that.
So-
For women, what do they need to look out for?
Okay, so there's an abuse cycle, right?
Okay.
It's love bombing, devaluing. So love bombing is when they come in really fast with an abundance of love, like you're my everything. I've never experienced this before. You're just like, oh my God. And then every day y'all hang out and y'all make love and it's passionate and it's crazy. But really in their mind, it's not, right? Then the second part of the abuse cycle is devaluing. Now it's like, why you got your hair like that, bro? Like, why? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you just doing too much. And you're
Okay, so if you ever had like a honeymoon phase in a relationship, you're a narcissist. These bras are wild. As I don't know what. It's not just that he likes new pussy. No, he's a narcissist. Okay. This Dizzy broad just said, if he loves you, it's because he's a narcissist. And then later, if he don't love you, it's because he's a narcissist.
like, I always done too much. You loved me because I was doing too much. Now you want to dim my light and personality because now
Dim my light.
it's not fitting your narrative and how you want me to be. So they start to devalue. Then you start to lose yourself, right? Because now you're like, well, maybe I changed my
Yes,
hair.
you
Maybe
should.
I want to please my man, and I don't know. Like maybe I should just dress different.
Yes, you should. If your man asks you to change your hair, then change your fucking hair. These bras are stupid as fuck. A man tells you to change your hair, and your response to that is to call him a narcissist and keep your hair the same. Now, I want y'all to mathematically break down what just happened. I want y'all to use the transitive properties, which is if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. And piece together what just transpired. She basically just said, because she feels that a man asking her to change her hair is narcissistic abuse. And she also said, and this is where the transitive property comes in, that she would rather be punched in the face than to deal with narcissistic abuse. Which means she would rather be punched in the face than be told to change her hairstyle. This is where 42 years of baggage just culminates into something retarded. So basically, as a man, if you're with Amber Rose, you wake up in the morning and be like, damn, bitch! And then she says, what was that for? He was like, I bet you glad I didn't tell you to change your hair now, aren't you? That is wild. That is wild. Now that I think about it, didn't Holly Berry have short hair and get her ass beat a lot? So, no, I shouldn't laugh at that. Okay, let me continue.
Or do so, and then the discard is the third part of the abuse cycle where they make you lose yourself, and then they say, you're not the same person I fell in love with. I don't want to be with you no more.
Damn.
100%.
Yeah. So then you're sitting there like, I've done everything to make this man happy. I literally
You
changed
done
myself.
nothing.
I changed my personality, everything that.
You fucking retard. You did nothing. I done everything to make this man happy. Right down from, not changing my hair to not doing anything else he asked me to do. I did everything by doing nothing. Wow.
I ever was is different now.
Yeah.
And now he don't want me, but the person that he initially fell in love with is not there anymore. Yeah. So you start to blame yourself.
You're giving me chills.
Yeah, you start to internalize it like, fuck, I should have stood up for myself. I should have
You did stand up for yourself.
But he kind of made me change myself.
Yeah.
And
you have been rocking the same skull for about 20 years. No one has ever convinced you to change your hairstyle. You have never. Now what she's trying to do is she's trying to convince younger women not to change for a man, just like the older bitches convinced her. Whatever you do, don't change for a man because he's narcissist. If he wants you to change, it's because he's narcissist. Had a white girl. One of my first. Asked me all the time because she lived kind of far from me. By far, I mean like driving distance, but it was a bit of a drive. It was like 100 miles away. I had seen her lingerie closet when I was over her house. And, she would always ask, what do you want me to wear? Like, which one do you want me to wear? Yeah. And the hair was never like a major thing in dealing with her or them. And there's mulattoes like that too. And you don't even have to tell them like how to wear their hair. Regular women change their hair from time to time. Like Danica. Even though hers is far more frequent, women tend to change their hair quite regularly. And what a lot of women who are in relationships where they are interested in pleasing their man, they will just, you don't have to ask, they'll just pick up. They like, he really likes this particular hairdo. So, I'm still going to change it up, but I'm going to wear this one more often. And that becomes like more often into their hair rotation. But with women like this, they become defensive about everything. Why? Because, as somebody said, they define themselves in rebellion. Black women, and this is through movies like Color Purple, where everybody was, just wanting to drink Suge Avery's bathwater and stuff like that. They feel that men are attracted to defiance. And no matter how much real world evidence they get to the contrary, they still live in this color purple fantasy land where men are just attracted to depraved, um, rebellious women. Because Mr. was. He had a choice between Mr. was attracted to Nettie, who was rebellious, and he was attracted to Suge Avery, who was also rebellious. And he wasn't attracted to Celie, who was cooperative. Black women took that and they just went full stupid with it. And they actually think that rebellion is lingerie to us. And they're so stupid that they don't figure it out even at 42. Somebody said they define their culture behind it. Absolutely. Absolutely. They define their culture behind rebellion. And it could be something as simple as rebellion is part of our culture. If you look at like the civil rights movement and stuff like that, it could be that introduced rebellion into Black culture. And instead for just living off of the fruits of our one rebellion, Black women just look for something else to rebel against. It could be that. I don't know. I don't care. I just know that I don't have long-term designs for any rebellious ass bitch.
It's a mindfuck.
Somebody said I hated that movie as a kid. Well, you was either a very mature kid or it was something else that you didn't like about it. I loved it as a kid. I wasn't able to even pick up on the feminist subtext and the just outright misandry because I was in a different world back then. So I didn't even pick up on it. As a kid, the things that stood out to me was just like little scenes because I'm a kid and I have a child mind. It was nothing funnier than an ugly bitch saying to an uglier bitch, "You show is ugly." I was cracking up as a kid. I was like, "An ugly bitch just said to an uglier bitch, you show is ugly." Oh, and the grandfather. She got that nasty woman's disease. I was dying. I was dying. You ain't nothing but a fat old heifer. I was dying. That whole movie. But hey, you was a mature kid because you picked up on something I didn't pick up on as a kid. Rebellion against WS has become rebellion against all. The reason why is because WS don't care. They don't take the rebellion seriously. Like, the revolution, they play on their own airways. They're like, look at these niggas. Like, like why would they? Why would they take something like that seriously? So it's no fun rebelling against a group of very powerful people that don't even feel a need to fight back. They really don't care. You got white police officers bumping, fuck the police. It's like, yeah, these niggas ain't gonna do nothing. Like, so it's however, they realize that and they're like, okay, you want to know who will care? Black guys. Because when Black people are mad, we have a tendency to fuck up our own shit. Shout out to South Central and the Rodney King riots.
is.
It's really bad.
And don't forget the breadcrumbing. The part where they love bomb you, and then what they do is they take it away, and then you're trying to figure out, what did I do wrong?
Yes.
Why you loved me so much at first? Did I fuck up? Did I say something? Did I do something?
That's what your boy did to me.
Yeah. That's fucked up. And then what they'll do is they'll breadcrumb, so they'll start giving you love again.
Yep.
Little by little. And then next episode, you're so happy with 20% of love.
Yeah, it's the highs and lows. It's equivalent to being addicted to heroin. So
they say that.
It is. So when they take their love away after maybe like a very passionate moment that you guys had together, right? Let's say you go out to dinner, you go home, you make passionate love, and you're just like, your endorphins and everything is just going crazy. And then the next day it's like, all right, what's up, friend? What's going on, friend? What's up, homie?
Damn.
Homie, I'm in love with you. What is happening right now? You know? So then you.
Has that ever happened? I don't think that I ever thought that. I don't think I ever did something like that. And I found myself to be a very callous individual. But I never just said, what's up, homie? Because that's something that you reserve for dudes. And I just fucked you. So what would that say about me? Like, yeah, I just smashed a homie. Like, I don't think that has ever happened to her. Ever. I think that this is just a empty bitch session.
You get that low, and then you feel bad about yourself, and then they'll come back a week later. I miss you. I love you. I'm so sorry. Then you get that high again. So it's like crack, bro. You're like chasing that high until you get to a point where you're just like, you know, man, fuck this shit. I'm done, bro. Like I can't take it anymore. I've tried everything.
Yeah.
And now it's done.
You explained that so beautifully, and honestly,
no, that didn't make any damn sense. From a man point of view, it seemed like she just randomly broke up with a nigga for nothing. He is just living his life the way he lives it. And one day she just breaks up with, like, I can't deal with these highs and lows. Like, excuse me? Like one moment I'm low, and then the next minute you bring me up, and then you bring me back down. How do I bring you back down? Well, after we fucked you just said, hey, what's up, homie? That brought me down, and now I want to break up. You are fucking nuts. These bitches are nuts. They're nuts. Just like the shape of her head, a fucking nut. This is terrible.
Best I've ever heard it explained.
And also, it's always beautiful women that go through that. I always know that it's beautiful women. And the man, the way you explain the man being like, why is your hair like that? Or why are you acting so loud?
Yeah.
Like, you knew I was loud.
Bitch, stop being loud. It's really not just beautiful women that go through that. However, beautiful women tend to deal with men with standards who are going to speak on the things that they dislike. Men with ugly bitches tend to have a higher tolerance for all other shit because they're with an ugly bitch. Nevertheless, shut the fuck up. Like, why are they trying everything that they're doing is just giving excuse to be defiant. Like, oh, all of a sudden I'm loud? No, you was loud when I met you. It's just now that I've already fucked you and I don't want to fuck you as much as I did before I fucked you, I can say what I really feel. You're loud. I was thinking it before, but I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this loud bitch. But now I'm telling you, like, listen, if you want this relationship to progress past me fucking you, then shut the fuck up. You're a narcissist. And notice how she tells on herself. Men come at me like I'm loud. That's because you're loud. You're 35 years. You are too damn old to be loud. Loud is like what kids do in a at Target when they want a particular toy. And even kids don't do that anymore.
You was with me when I was loud.
You pursued me because I was loud.
Yeah, you liked me. You hit me up because you're like, damn, I like.
No, he didn't. He pursued you because he wanted to put his penis in one of your 3 holes. After he done that, he wants to know, should he continue to pursue your loud ass? Why do they confuse tolerance, someone's ability to tolerate something? Why do they confuse that with desire? So there was this movie. It wasn't the best movie in the world, but it was a decent movie. It's called Battlefield Earth. And basically, it was about these aliens, the main alien being John Travolta and Forrest Whitaker. And they took over Earth, and they captured humans and put them in cages. I forget what was the name of the lead human that they put. So because they've been feeding them crap, and they wanted to learn how to incentivize humans, they're like, okay, we're going to put them in the wild and see what they eat. And whatever it is that they choose to eat, we'll see that that's a delicacy for them. Now, they put them in the wild, but there wasn't much food around, so the humans wound up eating rats. And the alien said, you want some more rats? Listen, you busy bitch. Just because a man is willing to tolerate certain personality traits due to starvation, sexual starvation, doesn't mean that that's his actual preference. They were eating rats because they're hungry, not because they like the taste of rats. You ignorant twat. Oh, because men are dealing with me, they must like pussy and attitude. No, it's because they like pussy. What the fuck? If he tells you don't like it, it's because you don't like it. You stupid bitch. Now I gotta say it like short. Bitch.
What you saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know all of this, and now the things that make me who I am at my core is what you are bringing down.
Yep.
And now I'm trying to fit into another mold of maybe the women that you liking on Instagram or this or that, and you making me feel so foul.
No, you didn't fit into the damn mold. Be happy he's willing to mold your old ass. Bitch, God, these bitches are dumb. And they talk about, when I was 18, I used to be this, and this. But there is nothing better. There is nothing about your brain now that's better than it was at 18. It's just that your skin and pussy is less tight. You are worse. You fucking, both of you are awful. And stop pointing your finger, you fucking witch. You fucking hairless witch. Damn.
Crazy shit is,
Speaking.
girl, the crazy shit is that they will like every bitch's picture in a bikini. But once you post it,
oh, you're a hoe.
You're a disgusting, nasty bitch.
Are you retarded? And I hate to use that word. But what? Imagine somebody's daughter saying that. My dad loved liking pictures with bikinis on it, but when he see me online in a bikini. He got something to say. My dad loves getting his dick sucked, but when he see me sucking dick, he got something to say. You, what the fuck? It's a different relationship dynamic. I was cracking up. I was cracking up one time because let's just say a friend of a friend. Uh, a friend of a friend is what's the polite way to say retarded? And I'm not talking about like Amber Rose. I'm talking about he's the actual deal. And in addition to that, he's a lighter skinned individual, but he's black. And he has curly hair. So I was, and this is years back when Game of Thrones, the original Game of Thrones, was new. We was talking about that one chick that played on Fast and Furious with the curly hair, and I was talking to the homie, and because remember he's a friend of a friend, so I'm talking to my friend, and I was like, yeah, I love that. And then dude say he's like, yeah, I love curly hair, and then the dude who's retarded said, what's the word? Excuse me, who's mentally challenged. Damn, that sounds worse. Anyway, the dude, he basically said to him, "I got curly hair." I started cracking up. The dude immediately said, "I'm talking about women with curly hair," but it's the same mentality. It's like not understanding context. Now he has a reason. Context. He has a reason. He's born that way. But why don't you understand that it's a completely different circumstance? And my friend likes curly hair, but he likes it on a particular gender and type of entity. Like your whole thing. What you like bikinis? Why don't you like it when I do it? Because I'm not in a relationship with any of those women. I'm trying to figure out what's underneath the bikini with them. I already know what's under the beneath the bikini with you. I see you in a bikini anytime I want to. So why are you even posting it? And at their old age, they can't figure this shit out. At this old age, where they talk about how much better they are than young women, y'all can't figure out basic shit. Somebody said neurodivergent. No, I wouldn't call them that either, because neurodivergent includes like people who are not like he was. It includes people who got anxiety, depression, and a lot of stuff that's not necessarily, what how you would categorize him. So I wouldn't say that. But I get where I'm going with that. Like they're not. I mean, it's one thing you got a 2-year-old and she's playing with a block, a square block, and she has like a hole, and the square hole is like right there, but she's putting it in a triangle, and she's just really just trying to shove it in there, and she don't understand, that it's supposed to go in the square because she's 2. That's one thing. But somebody who's 42 and they're still doing that crap, you have to say something. You have to say something. You're like, wait, something is wrong here.
Disgusting.
How dare you?
But I follow every bitch that's half naked on the Instagram.
Every bitch that's half naked, but if you do it, no.
But I just doing what I think.
But see, now I'm an asshole. Now I'm an asshole. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just doing what I think you like. No, you're just doing what you want to do and you're giving a justification for it. He tells you what the fuck he likes. He tells you what the fuck he likes. I'm just doing what I think you like. He just told your ass don't wear a bikini on the thing. And he's like, but I'm doing what I think you like. I'm telling you what the fuck I like. You stupid bitch. There's too many syllables. That's too many syllables.
I'm an asshole, and I'm gonna do it more.
Not now.
Now you
Oh,
don't-
you're
you
an
don't-
asshole. You gonna do it
Oh yeah, you
more.
pissed me off.
See,
I'm
I'm fucked up because
Libras.
I'm mentally like, damn, I want to please this person so bad.
No, I'm
So
done with that shit.
If you want to please the person so bad, then do what the fuck it is he tell you to do. Damn it. Now people saying shit. Are you doing what she likes? What does she like? She don't know what the fuck she like. Why? Because she's a woman. But your brain's so wrinkled, Dominic CD. Why don't you tell me? What does she like? Yeah, it's a lot, but that's the PC term. Listen, whenever a PC term gets to be too many syllables, I just go to the regular term. Black has the syllables. It's fewer than nigga. It's fewer than Afro American. It's fewer than colored. It's fewer than African American. It's fewer than foundational Black American. It's fewer than everything. That's why I love it. I'm Black. It's a very simple one syllable word that or colored. If you gotta just double the syllables, I don't care. It all not all of it, not negative, but like it always means the same damn thing. When you come up with a better word, when you come up with a more politically correct word, you gotta give it fewer syllables. It's gotta be something like oh, midget is wrong. There's supposed to be no people. That's 4 syllables. Come with a better word.
I used to be like that though.
I'm still like that.
I'm older
still
than you.
like
You'll
that.
get there, babe.
Yeah.
I promise
hope
you.
I do.
You'll get there.
I hope I do, because I'm still like that. I'm like, I did something wrong. Oh my God, I'm beating myself up all day.
Yeah.
You don't beat yourself up all day. You just continue to do the wrong shit. He tells you what you did wrong and what to do to correct it. These bitches are fucking insane. All right, no offense, Lang, I gotta remove that. Listen, just because I'm confused on the nomenclature doesn't mean I'm going to like be deliberately insulting. So let me just move that comment right quick. All right. Anyway, what do I want to say? Lost my train. Okay. So yeah, these women are being deliberately defiant, and they don't even recognize that trait in themselves. They are fucking lost.
Like I'm still overly accountable, overly feeling bad, overly. I'm not in that era of like, fuck you.
You know what's really sad?
Yes, you are. You say fuck you the moment he tell you to do something, do it.
Once you fully understand psychology, you psychoanalyze everyone, and you can almost see it from a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I got stuck in a situationship at 42 is because I've never experienced it before.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was to be in a situationship before that, I would have saw that from a mile away.
Yeah.
You know, but now
you could see it.
I can see it. Yeah.
But you know what you don't know about a situationship? A man will give you the keys to his house. You'll meet his daughter and be the first woman to ever meet his child. You'll be at Thanksgiving dinner with him. And then he'll be like, well, I don't like to put labels on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I live with you.
Yeah, there's really no need to put a title on it. But, I mean, it is a title. Like, if you're paid like a VP and you're doing VP work, then you're a VP. All right. It says, what anyone likes, care, companionship, listening, compassion, conversation, reciprocity, reciprocation. All right. Try it. Try it, Dominic CD. Try it. Or Dominic D. Try it. 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 Try it, nigga. Try it. I want you to try it. I want you to go to the next Amber Rose looking bitch you see and be caring and compassionate and listen and conversate and reciprocity. I want you to try. I want you to try. I want you to tape it. I want you to tell me exactly I want you to tell me exactly what happens after that. I want you to go to Amber Rose and I want you to say, I give you my love with a dozen roses. Make sure that you know this from the bottom of my heart. I want you to do exactly that. I want you to, caress her back. You get cozy and cuddle. I want you to lay down your jacket so she can walk over a puddle. I want you to LL Cool J her. I want you to do everything. I want you to 90s R&B the shit out of her. I want you to do that. And tell me how it works out for you. Tell me how it works out, you being the dude that sings the love song to the tattooed foreheaded bitch. I want you to tell me exactly how much compassion that she wants. I want you to just come at her, with some Ralph Trisbad. I want you to say, you need a man with sensitivity. I want you to do all of that. And I want you to tell me exactly how that worked out for you. Exactly. I want you to tell me that shit to a T. I want you to describe each and every single morsel of detail of how that worked. Because according to this statement right here, good guys finish first. And future never finishes. I want you to tell me, kind of like Beyonce said, I need a soldier. I want you to, and I want you to be the one, with the dozen roses. Holy crap. You see the foolishness? Y'all see what's going on? I'm going to read this again. So this is a response to, okay, so what do women like? What anyone likes: care, companionship, listening, compassion, conversation, and reciprocation. There is no reciprocation because she ain't gonna do shit for you. There's nothing to reciprocate. Amber Rose is not a good person. Normal women want good stuff. Amber Rose is what the hell? Okay. Normal is not normal in modern times. There's nothing normal about modern women. Nothing freaking at all.
Every night.
That
you. I
sound
was
like,
pregnant.
is that what you talking about? Is Clay Thompson a narcissist? Because you described everything he did.
Oh, I don't know that
Well,
situation,
You
but
just said he went to the house, bought the house, everything.
Well, we
then-
don't know their
Well,
situation.
it's giving. It's
I
giving.
swear. I swear.
So
Okay. Don't that sound
It's
like what
giving
Clay
love
did?
bomber. It's giving.
Yeah, I
It's
can
giving
see that.
abuse
I can
cycle,
see that. I can
but
see
That's
that.
But we don't
so
know.
Clay
We
is
don't know,
is a
yeah.
narcissist?
I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here
I don't
and
know
say that. I
personally.
don't think
That's
no.
fine. Y'all bought the
But
house.
what I do,
Y'all was on.
Yeah.
All this was documented.
but we don't know.
Listen, not to be vulgar, but when you're coming inside of a woman
What the hell?
and you feel, and a woman feels vulnerable enough to let you do.
Not to be vulgar, but when you're coming at me, I'm okay. That's the most vulgar shit a woman can say. But okay, let's see where you're going with this.
Do that,
Speak it.
and she feels like, okay, this is my person. You're telling me that I'm your person, and my body is vulnerable to you, and you find out that there's something else going on,
Oof.
or it's a fucking nightmare.
It's a
These men
nightmare.
you'll never understand what we feel because
No.
we're in the more vulnerable position,
Mm-hmm.
physically and mentally.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You damn right I ain't never gonna understand how you feel because ain't nobody coming inside me. What the fuck? What the hell? What you need to do is focus on how I feel when I come inside you, and that's pretty damn good. Oh, but it's the emotional. You see, and you see, Dominic D. That's what they want. They want come inside them. While you listen, while you listen to all this other shit.
You know, so it's like y'all just gotta like you guys are making us masculine. We don't want to be masculine. That's why there's a whole wave of women nowadays that are very masculine, where they're like,
You mean like
I
you?
get niggas, I get money, I like fuck y'all.
That's you're talking about yourself now. You know that, right? You're talking about yourself. You're talking about yourself 3 days ago.
I'm independent, whatever. This is why women have that attitude.
Yeah.
Because we're not being protected by the leaders of society.
Shut the fuck up.
We're not being protected.
Speak that, Amber.
These are just buzzwords. What are you talking about protected? All this because you don't want to wear your hair in a way that he wants to see your hair. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You are the sexiest bald bitch alive. Actually, no, she's not. There's an African porn chick. Damn, she could get it. Her name starts with a Z, like Zazie or something like that. Yeah, she could get it. Lost my train of thought thinking about it. Oh, so my point is that you are the sexiest light skinned bald bitch alive. And you probably will be sexier with some damn hair. And if your man, the person you let come in, you let him come in you, but you won't let him change your hairdo. It shows that you're freaking insane. Somebody says she got you gotta have more hair than me. She got more hair than everybody that was coming at MTR for his Thailand comments. She got more hair than Mr. Letgo. She got more hair than Steve the Dean. She got more hair than Coach Greg Adams. You know, she got more hair than everybody that was talking shit about MTR. Lucario. She got more hair than everybody that was talking shit about MTR. I will give her that.
It's a defense mechanism.
It is.
No, because it's true.
It's true.
I'm gonna let y'all live.
No. She's telling some real shit. Because what it is a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
It is. Like when a woman starts to be like, well, all right, like, do you want to be over? Do you want me to be done? It's because it's like, I feel like you're going to say that to me. Like, we just want to be protected. We want to feel like soft. And like, when we start to be like, whatever, I don't need it. Because I'm big on like, I need a man. Mm-hmm. I'm not a feminist.
Yeah, me
I
either.
don't believe in equality. And I don't want to be.
Then change your hair, bitch. And shut the fuck up. I'm a feminist. I don't believe in equality, but when a man tells me to do something, I'm not going to do it. Shut the fuck up. With this double talk. So modern women are no longer feminists. What they are is something more fucked up than that. And that is, oh no, I am going to keep all the rights and privileges and not having to actually obey. I'm going to keep that part of feminism, but I'm going to bring back all the traditional benefits that happened before feminism. So basically, we're going to have a dynamic where you still financially protect and support me, and I don't do shit you say ever. This is just fucking madness. If you tell me out loud, I'm going to call you a narcissist and leave, but I'm not a feminist. I just want to be loud and be treated with the soft life. Fucking nuts. These women are nuts. Not the ones that are being bussed into Amber Rose. They are nuttier than that nut. Jesus. Zawadi, thank you. Yes, Zawadi can get it. I like her imagination. I like that African body that she got. You know, yeah. I don't even know what she looked like with hair.
Equal to these niggas.
Yeah.
I want my man to be superior to me.
I want to live in.
Okay, then when he tells you to shut the fuck up, listen to your superior. I want him to be superior to me, but I'm not going to act like I'm inferior to him. Shut the fuck up. In the middle, shut the fuck up. On the right, grow some fucking hair. I want men to be superior to me. If superiority means he just give me shit and I do nothing. That's the exact opposite of superior. I could picture like a white person. Let's just call him Mr. Charlie on a plantation saying, you are all superior to me. And as my superiors, it is your job to provide me with cotton. I will never do shit that you say because you're my superior. But you will still continue to supply me, an inferior being, with cotton and sugar and tobacco. You're superior. He's shout out to Alan Payne in his breakout, well, maybe not breakout role, but his most known role in New Jack City of Gerald G. Money Wells. Back when Chris Rock was acting a damn fool, and he pointed to Chris Rock and said, "You think I'm stupid? You think I'm stupid?" Y'all remember that scene? Now he is stupid because he just killed a dude for smoking crack, and then he started to smoke crack. But nevertheless, they think I'm stupid. But more importantly than that, they think you stupid. They think that you don't know what superior means. Dude, Paul, he's like, man, I can't retaliate against Amber Rose. Look at his shoes. Like, I can't retaliate against Amber Rose, but I gotta sit and listen to this complete and utter sheer stupidity and pretend like it makes sense. Press one in the chat if y'all ever dealt with such stupidity to fuck. I'll start. I'll start. I turn off my brain from time to time, especially if she's on some Zawadi stuff. I turn off my brain from time to time. And the hotter she is, the longer I will turn off my brain to smash. Even though they'll say some of the dumbest shit that I've ever heard in my life. I turn it off. Bitches talk about zodiac signs like it's fucking actual science. I turn that shit off. There was this one girl was so fucking stupid. Hold on, I'm gonna see if it's a real thing because she actually showed me a book, meaning that it has to be like catered to stupid people. Let me see if I can find this book. Hold on. Okay, so all right, this is even worse that it doesn't look to be like a real book. Hold on, let me see. Maybe if I type in the word book. I'm gonna tell y'all the title if I find it. If I can find it. I'm gonna tell y'all regardless, but I'm just saying if I can find it that'd be so much funnier. Here we go. Oh wait, no, wait a minute. Okay. Hold on. No, so this is okay. So whatever it was she showed me was something that didn't get published, and they just pass it around to other dizzy ass hotep bitches. And it's called The Science Behind the Science. And it was her way of saying that science isn't real. White people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. There's a science behind science that they don't tell you about. You want to know what I said to such stupidity? Like, oh, really? Now, of course, I understand that actual science works. I mean, you fly with actual science, you drive on actual science, you compute on actual science. I'm speaking to dozens of people all across the world on actual science, but apparently there's a science behind it that only people that don't understand math knows. Yes, I was very tempted to tell her how stupid I think she is. That temptation was overridden by my desire to fuck. Now, I did eventually blow the fuck up. I can only take so much hotel. I can only, no matter how much I want to fuck, I can only take so much hotel. I can only take so much. And yes, I blew the fuck up on her one day, and I did not give a fuck, and I do that shit again. I would do that shit again. You just get sick of the retarded. And by that time, it was pretty clear that I wasn't gonna fuck anyway. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. Men dumb ourselves down to make women feel comfortable. Nothing dries a pussy up quicker than a smart ass nigga. Take it from a smart dude.
The patriarchy, where I feel safe.
Me too.
That men
Me
are
too.
making sure that we're okay.
Me too.
Straight up.
I need a man, and I need you to take care of me, and I need to be protected.
Yes,
okay. I'm a
same.
damsel in distress, and honestly,
shut the
you
fuck
have to
up.
understand. I'm emotional. I PMS.
Yeah.
I have a lot. Like our chemistry hormonally is not built for us to be sane.
Yeah.
We're not sane women. Like we're emotional. We're on a roller coaster every month.
If we're ever cursing you out or having an
Ain't that a
attitude or
bitch?
having masculine energy, it's your fault. I'm just
Ain't that a bitch? Oh god damn. If I'm ever cursing you the fuck out and having masculine energy, it's your fault. Look at dude is completely side. That's what you do. I don't know if he's trying to fuck Amber Rose or he really just wants her as a return guest. But he is biting. Listen, he's literally biting his lip right now. He's literally biting his. And look at her. She looked like she is just going to just lick her good. Wow. Look at the body language that's going on in this still frame. Know that if I'm angry and pissed off at you, it's your fault. These women are massive outliers, are they? One could counter argue that Shay Sade is the massive outlier. Somebody said the co-hosts know what she's saying is bull. No, she don't. No, she don't. They actually believe this shit. I'm not gonna say what religion, but it's a modern one. And years back, I'm at a bus stop in the cold, and it was gonna be a while before the bus came. And somebody from this particular religious organization that had a church or a hub or whatever, um, right by the bus stop, came to me and they invited me inside. And they showed me a video as an introduction to their religion. And I'm like, okay, I'd rather be watching a video than waiting in the cold. So I watched it. And then something else happened. Where they took me to another room to sell like their book. And a dude, a fat white dude in the back, just got real excited. He just said yes, and then he just came out to the middle floor, like right behind me, with no shirt on. And I'm thinking like these niggas is weird, and they actually believe this shit. That's what I'm thinking like the whole time. Um, so it's the same thing here, Langdon. They actually believe this shit. They actually believe this shit. Oh, and by the way, somebody said I was about to be abducted into a cult. I tell you, not really a cult. I'm not going to insult them like that, but I tell you what I was going to be abducted by. I'll tell you this. Um, Also, it was around the same period of my life. I'm on the bus. Caught the bus every morning, like at 6 a.m. And then out of nowhere, this bad Topanga style white girl just came out of nowhere and gave me a copy of the Watchtower. That would make a homie convert. She was bad. So if I was ever going to join something new, I'm not going to call it a cult, but if I was ever going to join something new, it would have been that day.
Be honest. Yeah.
Thank you, Amber.
Let me ask y'all something. Can a woman be a narcissist? Because I've never heard of a woman.
They can.
I feel like all women do that.
Yeah.
They give you the love, pull it back.
No, a lot do. I agree with you. A
like,
lot do.
A lot of women do. So they like half society of women do that.
No, I agree with you. You're not wrong. They do. They're listen. I used to be a feminist. I used to be retarded. I will tell you right now that Paul, you are.
She said, I haven't seen this part. She said, I used to be a feminist. I used to be retarded. You really didn't change from being a feminist. You just wanted more masculine benefits. And you knew you wasn't going to get it as a feminist. You knew as long as you're a feminist, men can always say, put up or shut up then. You want equality? Okay, here's the bill. This is your half of the bill. This is like, oh no. I don't want feminism. What I want is for you to pick up the bill and me not do anything you tell me to do.
Absolutely right.
100%.
It is literally 50-50 on both sides.
Okay. I'm like, that sounds like a lot of girls.
Like these women are really fucked up out here. And they ruin it for love.
Let's not, these women, like it's not you. Last Wednesday, your ass was slut walking. I mean, it's not like, you see, listen. Until you take all these slut walking bitches and convince them to actually put a Shea Sade dress on and bake me some s'mores cupcakes, I don't want to hear shit. I don't. Bake me some s'mores cook. Okay. By the way, for those of you who just got here, I really want some s'mores cupcakes. I seen it in the grocery store. Tomorrow's my cheat day. But I'm not going to get any because I don't want to buy it and then eat a few for cheat day, and then it's a whole bunch still left in the box, and I gotta wait until next Friday. I know I'm gonna like be tempted, so I'm not even gonna buy them. But I want them. So until you convince these bitches to Bake me some s'mores cupcakes and shut the fuck up.
For girls like us, they ruin it for
Yeah,
us.
they do.
Because we come in.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
You
No,
ruined
no,
them. You ruined them. You weren't
Say
only a
it.
feminist.
because
you
we
actually,
come in with lover girl energy, and these men are so traumatized from these.
You ruined a bunch of women with their slut walkingness. You ruined a bunch of women. Now you're saying that these women ruined me. These are the same bitches that followed you. It was called the Amber Rose slut walk. They making me look bad. It's like those fucking old pookie niggas. Talk about, man, these young niggas, these YNs. Nigga, shut the fuck up. You're the original nigga. Yeah, these young niggas making us look bad. What the fuck? It was because of you. It was your bad look that made the YNs into YNs. What the fuck? And they never correct it. I mean, they do and they don't. They do and they don't. They always start like these youth programs and youth advocacy groups and shit like that, but they're not actually correcting the behavior. What they're doing is they're just trying to maintain some semblance of status in the community. While big upping their past. Like, man, y'all, man, you don't want to be like me, I mean, because, I had the rims, I had the bitches, I had the money, I had this, and this, and I had this, and this. You don't want none of that. What you need to do is not do that. I'm going to segue for a bit. Ever notice that the only lesson OGs have for YNs is to not be a YN? Because that's really all they know is an absence of a negative. But here's the kicker. Here is the gut punch to all that. YNs don't want to be YNs. Because it's not the same anymore. The game changed. It used to be that you can make an impressive amount of money in the drug trade. That is gone. So now they're really just looked at as broke dusties. And all community respect and adoration is gone. Why? Because they're not making any money on them corners. The corners is try. They try. All they could do now is stand on the corner and pretend to be hard while hollering at bitches if they come out of 7-Eleven. They don't want that life, but they don't know how to get another life. And the old heads don't know how to tell them how to get another life. And that's Amber Rose. That's Amber Rose. You see, just like the drug game dried up for niggas, the feminism game dried up for bitches. And now they're trying to play a new game, but they don't have any fucking practice. I'm going to repeat that. They're trying to play a new game, but they don't have any practice. And Amber Rose is trying to teach, a new game, but she don't even know how to play the new game because she's been on the previous game for so fucking long. Feminism only works where every bitch with a diploma could go out and get some type of, affirmative action job. They could get an air-conditioned building job just by virtue of I have a vagina and I know how to type. See, it worked back then. That shit don't work now in this competitive marketplace. Niggas walking around like, I got a degree. Like, so does everybody else. Bitch! Yeah, but I'm really good at talking to my white girl voice when I'm in an interview. So you should really hire me because no, that doesn't work. None of the shit that y'all tried to pull in the 80s work anymore. Oh, y'all don't believe me. Y'all do not believe me? Let me explain. What you have to do is you have to actually go to the Bay Area. You actually have to go to the Bay Area, right? And you have to go on BART. BART is a transit system that takes people from where they live to where they work and vice versa. And I want you to look at the number of black women that you see, because that's what we're talking about here. And then I want you to get a time machine. And I want you to go back to the 80s. And I want you to take BART. And I want you to see the number of black women that you've seen then. And it's a ridiculous difference. And you want to know why it's a difference? I got to go pretty soon. Because affirmative action led up. And in addition to that, places that still found the need to meet their minority quota, they actually started to meet it with better minorities. What do I mean by better minorities? Of women. It's like, okay, I could hire single mother Keisha with a liberal arts degree from DeVry, or I can hire Ling Ling from MIT, who dropped out of medical school to take care of her sick father. Yep, there you go. Somebody said it. Asians. Because guess what? And this is the harsh truth that the B-Dub, and this is how they lost all of their affirmative action goodies. Well, a lot of them. Asians are minorities too. And Asian women are double minorities. So you are just gut punched because you have a super minority. I got to compete with them on the job market, same as you. But that affirmative action stuff don't cut it when, you know, these 90-pound kung fu bitches come and take your job. And that was the few remaining places that did do the affirmative action thing. So now you're walking around at 42 like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? I actually have to compete for work. And now I just want to live a soft girl life. Okay, so I'm going to need you to do this to your hair. Oh, nigga, what? Well, yes, if you want this soft life, you actually have to make some adjustments. Oh, I don't adjust for anybody. Well, you did for your job. Yeah, but they paid me. Well, you want me to pay you, right? You actually want to live a soft life. That's not free. I would be giving you money. to take care of yourself and live this lifestyle. Yeah, but just because you pay me, that doesn't mean that you have to tell me what to do. What do you think you are? I think I'm a person that pay you to tell you what I do. So let me get this straight. You actually want to get paid, be brought into a life of luxury, and not have to do anything that I want. That's what you're saying. Okay, black women. Let's continue.
Narcissistic ass bitches that
That's
they're
what
like,
I'm saying.
oh my God, this bitch is love bombing me too. And we're like, no, we actually really want to love you.
Right,
And they don't believe you.
We don't- they don't believe us.
test you every fucking second.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going through every test. A man's like, you don't really love me. You don't really want me.
You're
You don't
cheating.
really
You're
want
doing
this.
this.
You're cheating.
Yeah.
You was
Yeah.
fucking this nigga. You was doing this. And
Yep.
it hurts our soul.
Yeah.
Because I'm out here putting my
So-
whole motherfucking
90-pound kung fu bitches is a hell of a slur. How is that a slur? Listen, stop saying stuff. Look, oh damn it. I used to watch Vietnam movies, Vietnam War movies, like Hamburger Hill, stuff like that. So I know what the fuck a slur is as it pertains to Asian people, and those are words that never leave my mouth, ever. Do I throw a little dick joke out there from time to time? Absolutely. But that's if they threw a big dick joke out there, I wouldn't say shit. See, stop saying stuff. That's not a slur.
heart on my sleeve.
So
We're all equally
my-
So what you
traumatized.
saying that a man
Fair enough. Fair enough. Bitch is an insult though. Okay, fair enough. 90-pound kung fu women.
comes in traumatized from a woman,
Yes.
Yes.
a woman narcissist,
Yes.
that he becomes a narcissist
Yes.
and just passes it.
Big dick is not an insult. Okay, so what did they call us, like Viltrumites? Didn't they call us Viltrumites not too long ago? You think I give a shit? You think I give a shit?
No.
No, that's not what
Like,
it
because
is.
I'm just saying,
No,
like,
I'm
You
we,
want to
saying
we
make the blame
traumatized.
all be about a woman, though you can't. A man narcissist is just a man narcissist. A woman
Yeah.
narcissist is just a woman narcissist. You're projecting what the woman, like we project what the man did to
Okay.
us.
So no matter
onto
how
me
many
and to
times
her.
we get hurt, we're never going to be narcissists to the next man. We're
Yeah.
not going to do that. We might be a bit guarded, but we're never going to turn into narcissists.
Yeah.
So 50% of the women are narcissists, 50% of the men, and they ruin it for the good people that
They
just
do.
want love.
Oh my God.
And then you do have trauma. Because even
She sees herself as a good person.
me, I could have been in my relationship where it's like sometimes something happens and it's like the triggers from my past is like, oh my God, this person doesn't love me, or they're gonna leave me, or they're gonna hurt me, or they're gonna do this because I did this. You know, like you hurt from it. And when you are a good person, it really does.
Yeah, it's like 1%. But because they blame everything that happens to them in relationships on the other person's narcissism, it comes off as 50%.
Does hurt when someone is projecting that onto you. And I've done it to others, you know.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about this, and this is a little deep, but I resonate with it, and I want to get into it. You did talk about struggling with depression and having suicidal ideation and stuff.
Yeah, suicidal.
And you talked about ketamine. I've done ketamine treatments. So
These bitches
how
are
are you now?
psychoanalyzing and giving psychoanalysis of people, and they all fucked up.
And like what advice would you give to women? Because I'm someone who has struggled with like the same, like just depression or been through stuff. I know a lot of women have, and men just aren't as vocal about it.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, it's sad because they don't have the opportunity to be as vocal about it, because who's going to give a fuck about him? Which, you know, we will, but not society.
Yes.
You know, so.
You don't give a fuck about us.
Oh, speaking of that, and I appreciate your vulnerability. I really admire that because it's hard to talk on this. So
yeah, I mean, I'm actually doing really good right now. I did do ketamine treatments for a couple months, and it literally went away. I recommend it to everyone. I microdosed. I couldn't do the IV. I've never done a drug in my life.
I don't know what it is, or I don't know if that's like the new shit that everybody's doing, ketamine. I heard that there was rumors that Elon Musk did it, which explains some of his eccentricities, but I don't really know what it's supposed to do, what it does to people. I do know that if she has it prescribed, then somebody just said that you're fucked up and here's a drug. That's what I can rightly conclude from it. It means that someone has evaluated you and said, here is a controlled substance. Yeah.
I was very scared of it, so the microdosing was cool for me, which it just takes a bit longer to kind of work. But I did it for like 3 months, 3-4 months. And girl, one day I just woke up and I was like, I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Damn.
I swear to God, that they do it for war veterans.
I
That's
did
how it started. Yeah.
Oh, that's what took out Chandler? So basically, the doctor just said, hey, this bitch can go or get better. Either way, get out of my office.
And one day you just wake up and you're just like, I'm not suicidal no more. I don't give a fuck where that nigga's at, what he's doing, what happened in my childhood, what's going on. I just don't give a fuck. I'm going to the gym and fuck all y'all. Yeah. Like that's what it really does.
But did it wear off? Because I did it.
Did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did the IV though.
Oh girl. Oh.
What the fuck? These bitches is shooting up ketamines and shit while getting a psychoanalysis to men. Why don't they get what a normal woman like me, bitch? You have ketamines in your veins for months on end and shit. What the fuck? And he's the crazy one. He's love bombing me. Bitch.
I did that for the 10 days back to back to back. And it was popping.
How long did it last?
Girl, like a few months maybe.
Okay, mine lasted a year.
Mine didn't, yeah.
Okay, so mine lasted a year. A year later, the suicidal feelings start coming back. And I had never been suicidal in my life. It was really after the pandemic. I had a newborn.
Yeah.
And I just, I don't know. Yeah, my hormones, everything was just.
Please don't tell me you was taking that shit while you was pregnant. So if you had a newborn and you was taking ketamine the year prior, first of all, it means that whomever you was fucking and whoever got you pregnant did so while you were on ketamine, and then you said somewhere in this you felt like fuck that nigga. So you were saying that about the father of your child. So you basically followed through. You stood behind a decision that you made while you were medicated. Okay.
It's really fucked up. But and then I did ketamine again, and I've been good ever since. And that.
Yeah, because that's what, a new mother should do. Oh, baby, go ahead and suckle this milk. This delicious ketamine milk. I take back what I said. Men over 50 do not talk to your ass. You're a completely disgusting human being. Like, looks aside, I barely want to fuck you. Barely.
That's like, it's been 4-5 years now.
Wow. And so you just microdose it.
I did, yeah.
Okay, so you did it again.
Look at the
and now
look on
you
his
feel
face.
like
Now I've been
great.
good for 4 years.
Wow.
Ketamine, is that legal?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Ketamine.
He's thinking what I'm saying. This dude is trying so hard to say the shit that I just said. He's trying so hard to not say the shit that I just said. So he tried to lighten it up, like, cause he's sitting there like, these bitches is on ketamine. These bitches is on ketamine. I don't know what it is or what it does, but I know it's not good. Like, I never hear about it in a good way. I hear about Ozempic in a good way. I don't hear about that shit. Like, that's what he's thinking. She said, dude has checked out the whole conversation. I don't blame him. He's just looking like, wow, these bitches is just openly admitting they're fucking crazy. They're so used to society not holding them to any standards. They are that they are comfortable with describing their crazy, their self-deletion level crazy. They are okay with describing that publicly while at the same time giving psychoanalysis of 50% of the male and female population. They're nuts. These bitches are fucking nuts.
So I worked for a man and we opened up a bunch of ketamine clinics in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I tried it is because he's like, I know you've been through a lot. You've been robbed, you've been raped, you've been this, you've been that. So I went and I did it and it was amazing.
Yeah,
like the,
Wait a minute. There's a van? Is it like a fucking ice cream truck? So y'all remember when I mentioned those burrito vans that Mexicans have before? Is it like one of those, but with ketamine? The real-time realization that these hoes are literally on dope is hilarious. I know. Dude is just trying to, he's just trying to process this.
Works.
Yeah. Sound dangerous.
no, I mean, it's a spa like treatment.
Anyone
like,
can abuse any drug. You got to think about even like a Oxycontin or like a fentanyl. They use fentanyl in hospitals.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
alcohol. Yeah.
Right.
So if you abuse anything, you know, if you do it the right way, it can really help you.
It really does.
Mhm.
And I appreciate you talking about that. I know you spoke about your mom. She struggled.
Yes, if you use fentanyl the right way, it can help you. Okay. And here's why niggas is broke, by the way. Let's just start with this one. Let's rewind. Let's rewind back to why YNs don't want to be YNs anymore. Because none of the stuff that all this new stuff that people are doing is not something that YNs really have direct access to sell and distribute like they did with crack in the 80s. So that era is gone. They are not the kings of the drug trade anymore because new drugs requires prescriptions and niggas that actually know chemistry. And YNs are too cool for chemistry. So, you know, like that didn't happen. So yeah, that industry is dead. That industry is dead. Where's your chemistry degree? I smoked it. You see this stupid shit. Just because I said a group of people isn't qualified to do and sell a certain thing, that doesn't mean that I'm qualified to say. I never made the claim that I am a chemist. I just said that they were not. Can you disprove that?
With depression too.
Very severely. Yeah. I never had a problem with depression or anxiety. It was just like this fucking one-off that just threw me.
Yeah.
But my mom had a very, very difficult life. I was essentially like her mother when I was like 13, 14, 15. I became her mom. Her mom committed suicide in front of her when she was 10.
I heard you say that.
Yeah,
is
so
like traumatizing.
Yeah, so my mom had a lot of mental health issues. And I was her only child, so I got the brunt of everything, you know. But life goes on. She's doing good now. She goes to a nice church, and she has friends, and she works at a grocery store. Just to keep her mind healthy,
yeah,
and
just to be around people.
Yeah, my mom does
older.
that.
She don't gotta worry. Her pay, I pay for everything for my mom.
No, I
But she
get that.
doesn't.
You pay for everything, but she works at a grocery store? Wait, how do you have money? Okay. Somebody said, facts. Chemists and pharmacists are the only people left in the drug game anymore. Yeah, I know. And I realized that back when Breaking Bad was a show. I'm like, wow, brothers do not have any access to this type of stuff anymore. You know, crack was like the last hurrah. After that, it's just like drugs still exist, but they're completely just cut off of the trade, completely. Like even the other stuff, it requires international connections, and since we are Americans, we don't have any international connections, so we're just kind of screwed in that game. So YNs are trying to figure out a way out, and the OGs don't really have any answers for them. They don't. Like, yeah, YN, you shouldn't be doing what I was doing. Don't do what I did. And he looking like, nigga, what you did ain't hiring no more. I can't do what you did, nigga. What can I do? Like, that's the plight of YNs right now, which is sad.
For her mental health, and it's good for her.
For sure.
My mom does that too. She doesn't have to work at all.
Yeah.
And she'll go get random jobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is for both y'all, knowing that y'all dealt with mental health and used ketamine. Like, was there other options? Did you try to talk to other people? Did you try to like indulge yourself in different activities, not think about it? Because like when I went through stuff and I just didn't leave the house. When I was going through my little depression, I was just like, I didn't want no friends. I didn't want to leave the house. But then I was trying to talk to people. Then that didn't work. I talked to 2 psychiatrists. That didn't work. I had one meeting with them. I felt like I sat in front of one. And I was like, no, I'm done.
Stop trying to relate. Stop trying to relate. Listen, there's a difference between suffering from depression and being depressed. And the doctor knows that you're just a person that's depressed, not suffering from depression. That's why they didn't give you a bunch of shit. That's why they didn't give you a fucking IV drip for months on end. They didn't tell you to shove this medicine in your brain, or in your vein, because you were depressed. Stop trying to kick it with the fucking abnormal people. I'm trying to kick it with the lunatics like you one of them. Fuck that.
With this.
You know why? Because you're smarter than them.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
That happens to me too.
What the fuck?
But I started feeling better when I let it out.
That's good. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That took forever.
Somebody said he's been a rich and famous athlete. So like, I did not know who this dude was. I didn't know that he was any of those three things. I thought that he was just a dude that looked like Busta Rhymes. Okay, I didn't know. I don't. Y'all know I don't watch sports.
It's like
Yeah.
decade or something before I just let it out and start talking more, being open more about when I was traumatized and going through depression. It out, it's like, all right, that's out the way.
Yeah.
So like, was that ever an option, or was it like?
Well, I feel like I think that's a great thing, because if you look at like AA meetings, you have to say like, "Hi, my name's Amber and I'm an alcoholic," right?
Yeah.
You have to say it out loud in order for the healing process to start.
Yeah.
So I think that's really admirable, because a lot of men don't want to. They internalize it, and me being a mother of 2 sons, I really like advocate for that. To I tell my sons all the time, tell me how you feel. Tell me about your experience. Communicate with your mama. Let me know everything. And the only time I tell my sons to not be emotional,
what the fuck,
is when it comes to someone being weird or aggressive with them. Because I said, if you react emotionally, you're gonna end up in jail. You're gonna end up hurt. You're gonna end up in a bad situation. But if
yes, that's exactly what the black community needs. A bunch of emotional Negroes that grew up on ketamine milk. That's exactly. Thank you, you black queen. Thank you so much. Our community needs that. While Asian women are taking, vitamins, prenatal vitamins, and postnatal vitamins, black women are taking ketamine. That's the world we live in.
you have genuine feelings about anything, you could always cry, talk about it, let it out, and release it, because that's the only way to deal with it.
Yeah, it's more accepted now. Like men are more like we can just like, the world is open to seeing men cry now. Whereas like for me growing up, you gotta be tough.
Nigga, nobody wants you to cry now. The world hasn't changed. Y'all changed. The world stays the same. Like there are other groups of men are going to look at that as a weakness, and they're going to exploit that shit. It hasn't changed. Just because you're a single mama, tell you it's okay to cry. No, it's not. It's not. And this isn't a black community thing or anything. This is any community. If you're the only black kid in an all white school and you start crying, you will know about that shit. You will realize that, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Out here, like little nigga, you walk.
And then they complain that the men aren't masculine enough when they grow up, but they tell them to act like a bitch when they're kids. God, these bros are fucking stupid. It's annoying.
Walking around, you better chest up, chin out.
A black thing.
Like I don't want to see, like you fall, get your ass up. Like,
well, that's why a lot of black men's mental is in shambles, because
no, our mentals is in shambles for the same reason why your son's mentals is gonna be in shambles, because they got you as a fucking mom.
of that. It was like, okay, you're okay. You got to scrape knee, get up and come and talk to your mom or your dad. Let me know what's going on. How do you feel? A lot of times like, man, shut up. You all right. Get up. Go do it again. And it invalidates a child's feelings. And then they get older, and then we deal with these men and they don't know how to communicate or have vulnerability.
When was the last time you fucked a nigga that cried?
And we're just like,
That
bro, can you
part.
just tell
Shut up! You bald bitch.
me you love me? Can you just tell
Thank
me
you.
like
Just love me and
Just
love
say
me.
it.
You know what's crazy when I think
God
about it now?
damn.
I come from an era, if you ride your bike, you fall off your bike, you start crying, your mama might pop you on your head and say, get up.
Yeah.
Like, you crying, you like, boy, get up. Like,
Yeah.
that's,
No, that's
when you
real.
look at that, that's a,
Why would his mama be the one to do that? And didn't it work? I mean, you're a world class athlete. Niggas is dumb. They need to be in Jupiter. Fucking imbeciles.
that's abuse.
I say this all
It
the
is.
time.
It is.
My dad is 78, black man.
But they
and
didn't know back then.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
didn't
saying.
know.
They're stigmatized.
Yeah.
They didn't know. My dad is 78, a black man, never seen him cry. Not one time. I mean,
Yeah.
people has died. His sister died. Like, I've never seen that man cry. He's very just like cool all the time. And for me, it's like, it is hard. And I want to ask you this, like, how, you've been with black men and you're married to a black man, like, Wiz Khalifa, he seems very like more in tune with his emotions, but I could be wrong. But
Yeah.
he seems like more like open. But like, how do you deal with communicating? Because I feel like for me, historically, it's been difficult.
You can't communicate with a motherfucker unless he cries? I wish that these bitches lived in Westeros. I wish that these bitches lived in Westeros and they get dragoned. This is just fucking insane. Like I said, I don't even know. I don't know what the fuck a Wiz Khalifa is. The like button.
Where I'm like, I'm trying to communicate, but a black man shuts down and they don't want to hear it, or they're like, whatever, like, and it's kind of hard because you're like,
because we don't want to hear it, bitch. I either just fucked you or waiting to fuck you again. Like, why in the fuck do I want to hear the stuff between? Shut the fuck up. You don't have good stuff to say. You're stupid.
I just want you to understand me. I just want you to love me. And it's always coming from a place of love and never like hate.
I mean, I don't want to sound mean or anything. I don't give a fuck anymore. Deal with your own shit. I got to.
Okay. I don't give a fuck anymore. But before she was saying that, we're the only ones that care about them. We care about them. The world may not care about black men, but we do. And now I don't give a fuck anymore. You see? You see the drug-induced insanity? And that's why she don't have any fucking hair. Because bitches that think like her, their brain waves is all fucked up. And it messes with the hair follicles. They all fucked up. Okay, see, there's a reason why Professor X is bald. There's a reason why Professor X is bald, and that's because, in order to do his power, it helps that there's no hair there. And that's the same thing with this bitch. In order to, because she don't give signals like Professor X, she receives them. She receives them from another telekinetic and telepathic fucked up bitch. That's why she's all over the place. She's fucking receiving signals from a big forehead fucked up bitch. This is just ridiculous. All these bitches bald. And that's because the signal from the mother bitch, it can't penetrate, or it can penetrate wigs, but it can't penetrate hair. So they shave their head, put a wig on, just so they can receive the signal from some lunatic fat bitch out somewhere. That's just like fucking brainwashing regular tramps. This is madness. And look at what it did to her. Look at what it did to her. I said, yeah, these bitches is possessed by Abeloth and shit. Like, that's what's going on. These bitches is, thank you. You figured it out. These bitches is possessed by Abeloth. That's why they got no fucking hair. Yeah, the hive mind and the sister. Didn't the Boar Queen, wasn't she a hairless bitch? Because truth be told, hairless bitches are evil. Like, except, what's her name? Zawadi. Zawadi can get it. But fuck this bitch. Amber Rose.
Deal with my own shit. I'm not catering to you no more and your fucking feelings. If you don't know how to communicate and be vulnerable, you're not the one for me. Ooh. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm not your mama. I don't. If your mom fuck.
Maybe it's you that can't communicate and be logical.
That's on you. That's on you to heal. I healed. I'm good. If you can't heal yourself, you can't be on the way to heal.
You 3 days off of ketamine, and what the fuck? And then you already admitted that the shit comes back. That you go through treatment, and then a year later you hear the voices again, and each time, people don't know this about drugs. Each time you your body develops an immunity, so each time it gets weaker and weaker and weaker. That's why they call it like chasing a dragon when it comes to heroin. Like the effects get weaker and weaker and weaker. So pretty soon ketamine is not going to help, and you're still going to want to, delete yourself. Head first. Like that's what the fuck happens.
Healing yourself and saying, you know what? I see that I have an issue with being vulnerable and communicating, and I'm willing to work on that with you because I love you enough to.
It's amazing that these bitches have all these psychiatric problems, but they still say you're the one with the problems and you should come to me admitting that you're the one that have problems. Listen, it's PhD back that you have a fucking problem.
Do that, then I could stay in that.
Me too.
But
when I said the Boar Queen was hairless, of course she was. Like same as Ventress and fucking Jada Pinkett. So just a bunch of like a bunch of bald bitches listening to the mother bitch. Like I'm telling you.
If it's just like, oh, this is who I am, and I don't have time for that shit. Leave me the fuck alone. And that's just where I'm at with it.
I feel that. I'm not there, but I do love that.
Yeah.
You know, I do feel that 100% because it is difficult. But standing in that power,
I just don't have the patience anymore, babe.
All right, enough of this foolishness. Y'all hear this madness? Y'all hear this? Somebody says she's a terrible person. What the hell? You know what she sound like? I was watching a movie, and I know one of the people was Matt Damon. I forget who the other person was. It was a movie called Stuck Together. I was watching with my grandpa. And he was like passively paying attention. And then, like somewhere in the middle of the movie, he just randomly said, "Wait, are they stuck together?" And I was cracking up. That's you. Like, wait, she's a terrible person. What the hell? Y'all notice that all the scenes with Zawadi have all have partners of a particular skin tone, so the baldness BS not missed on her. Um, you talking about the guys or the girls? I don't really care. Um, I will say that white guys had the bright idea to fly to Africa and make porn, um, which I'm not for or against. So I'm looking at the woman. I will say, when I first seen her, it was her, a white woman, and a white dude. And the white woman just licked the back of her head and smacked her. And that shit turned me on so much I don't have words for it. She just licked the back of her head. I was like, oh shit, that's hot. And yeah, I don't really know how to finish that sentence. I was like, oh shit, I like that. So yeah, there you have it. Would you smash Amber Rose? Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yes, is the short answer. The long answer is I don't have enough enthusiasm to pursue. However, if she were to present herself on my bed right now, and I didn't have to go through the daunting task of removing the panties, they were already pre-removed, then yes. However, I wouldn't say that she is worth any effort whatsoever. So would I smash? Yes. If I seen her, would I pursue? No. If I seen her and she was getting choosing signals, would I pursue? No. If I seen her and she came to me and said, I want to suck your dick right now, the answer is yes. So in any feasible reality, I will never smash her because she will never make it that easy. And I will never put the work in that she would require for me to smash. So my penis entering her is a thing that's not going to happen. It's just not. I'm gonna say completely lost his thoughts. No, I didn't lose my thoughts. I know what the fuck I was thinking about. I was thinking about that white woman licking the back of her head. Like that's exactly what I was thinking about. I'm never gonna forget that shit. There's certain things that I've seen in my lifetime of seeing porn that stay the fuck in my head, and that's one of them. Another one is a woman pouring milk in her ass and then squirting the milk out her ass into another bitch's mouth. Like some shit just stick with you. Some things you'll never forget. In real life, I gave a stripper $20 and she shoved it in her ass. I'll never forget that shit. What was even stranger that she shoved it in her ass was that she knew that I wanted to see her shove $20 in her ass. She just knew that I'm that type of dude that wants to see some shit like that. So yeah, certain things stick in my head, and that's like these are things that stick in my head. Like, and if you seen it, you wouldn't forget that shit either. You'd be like, oh shit, you just stuck a $20 bill in her ass. She rolled it up and put it in her asshole. She said that that's her way of hiding it, so the club don't get a cut. I didn't care. I just wanted to see the $20 go up her ass, and I did. So yeah, yes, certain shit just stay in your memory forever. I would smash the other one, Azar. Yeah, the hair thing, but yeah, I can see that. They both equally fucked up crazy. All right. If she could be that forward and cooperative, she would probably be married right now. Yes, if like if I was richer and maybe even handsomer, I would be fucking Chloe Bailey right now. That's an if. These are ifs. But she's not. She's bald and fucking crazy. Anyway, I want to thank everybody that participated. Got to head out. This is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.